Hi, I'm Agathe Bukasa, and today I'll be meeting with Bruce Cleaver
because I want to understand more about HeForShe and why this is so important for both De Beers and for us at an individual level.
De Beers is still very much male dominated, so there's still a long way to go to really get gender parity as well as build a more diverse and inclusive culture. But I want to know, what does this mean for me personally, and how can I be part of the change?
Hi Bruce, how are you this morning? Good, thank you. So Bruce, I know that De Beers has recently become a HeForShe thematic champion, but I wanted to talk to you and find out more about this. Can you explain why is HeForShe relevant for De Beers?
I've always been committed to inclusion and diversity across all the businesses I've worked in. I have a daughter. I don't see why her life shouldn't offer her the same opportunities as my son. But when I came back to De Beers and took the CEO role in July of 2016, it was so obvious to me on my first day that we had to do something. 24% of the entire workforce was, at that date, it was women, and only 17% in management were women. There's so much compelling evidence that properly diverse workforces and management teams make better, long-term, more sustainable decisions. HeForShe was set up by Ban Ki-moon, so set up by a great patron, if you like. And the whole point of HeForShe, and the thing that I like the most about it, it's about how do you start to change the dialogue and the messaging and all of the conversations around diversity, involving men and getting men and women to be champions together in this piece, and in a way that is inclusive, not exclusive.
What are we really aiming for within De Beers when we speak about gender equality?
I think, we're not pretending that we're going to have 50-50 parity by the end of the year. This is a journey. It's a journey that I'm very hopeful all the men and women of De Beers will embark on together and not in an exclusive way. It's about conversations. It's about thinking about unconscious bias.
If I were to ask you, what about the male employees looking at this and questioning where do they fit in this conversation? What would you say to them?
Yeah, and I think that's a great question, and it's an important question for us all to be able to answer. My answer to them has always been, as I said earlier, this is about inclusion. If we can have a more inclusive workforce that can lead to better results, there's no reason we can't grow the pie for everybody to participate in. And so it's not about hiring only women, but it is about leveling the playing field so that we can create this culture that you talk about.
What are some of the initiatives that we can get involved in to say that, yes, we are part of this?
A good example actually is International Women's Day, which is on the 8th of March. And as one of the initiatives around International Women's Day, I'm going to ask everybody in the group to sign up to Count Me In, #CountMeIn, which is essentially signing up physically with UN Women HeForShe on their website, signing up to it and being part and parcel of this enormous movement that's really growing in momentum. So there's a small example.
Well, thank you. That is very insightful and very inspirational to know that we are actually going as a company together, building a more inclusive workforce.
Well, thank you, and I'm glad to hear you such a supporter of it, and I'm looking to rely on people like you to help us build this out across the world.
Great, you can count me in. 3 things really stood out for me. 1, it makes business sense. 2, it's about us standing together for inclusion and diversity. And thirdly, the business cannot do it alone. It takes you and I to make it happen. I will be signing up for #CountMeIn, and I hope you will be doing the same.